Hello, my name is Hannah Shirhall, and in this video I will be discussing the effects of virtual learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic on students' overall mental health. In the year 2020, a deadly pandemic called the coronavirus landed in the United States. This disease has spread extremely rapidly and has killed over 3 million people worldwide. As a result of the pandemic, schools have transitioned to online learning or virtual education. The 2019-2020 school year was the first time in history that all schools across the nation have gone virtual. Classes were held via Zoom, which is a video communication app. Assignments and homework were given online, and students were stuck at home. At that time, no one was aware that virtual learning would last all the way through the following school year. After months of being stuck at home, many students have reported feeling sad, lonely, and depressed. For my research, I have conducted a survey in which 44 students ranging from high school freshmen to college seniors participated. I have also interviewed a high school freshman as well as a college freshman. In my survey, students were asked the following 6 questions. What grade are you in? How many of your classes are online? Do you believe virtual learning is affecting your socialization? Has virtual learning caused you to feel sad, lonely, depressed, etc.? Where do you do your schoolwork? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say virtual learning has affected your overall mental state? The results from the survey were extremely negative. When asked the question, how many of your classes are online, 59.1% of students had all online classes, 25% of students had 4 or more online classes, 9.1% of students had 2 to 3 online classes, and 6.8% of students had 1 to 2 online classes. Out of 44 students, everyone had at least one online class. When asked the question, do you believe virtual learning is affecting your socialization? 31 out of 44 students said yes, 12 out of 44 said kind of, and only 1 student said no. The results of the next question are truly heartbreaking. When asked the question, has virtual learning caused you to feel sad, lonely, depressed, etc.? 29 out of 44, or 65.9% of students, gave a definite yes, and 25% of students said kind of. This leaves only 9.1% of students who said no. When asked the question, has virtual learning caused you to feel sad, lonely, depressed, etc., we continue to analyze the results. Not only are the results of this question concerning, these feelings also cause students to act out or struggle academically. According to the IBCCES, there are multiple ways anxiety and depression can affect students in the classroom, including unpredictable behavior, inconsistent academic performance, missing class and assignments, and even physical symptoms like headache, nausea, and extreme fatigue. When interviewing a college freshman, Mr. Anderson, he has personally experienced these behaviors, especially inconsistent academic performance. On top of these behaviors, Mr. Anderson explained that he also feels as though he is having to teach himself. He says, "My professors just assign lectures and expect us to watch them and take notes. Then we have quizzes on them." Finally, Mr. Anderson states that he feels like his professors are unaware of the stress they cause by doing this. He explains that he has to spend hours on end doing homework because he is given an extremely excessive amount. He says adjusting to online school has been hard enough. I feel extremely overwhelmed and my professors are unaware and continue to assign work. As a part of my research, I have also conducted an interview with my sister, Miss Shirhall. Miss Shirhall attends virtual school Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and goes to school in person Wednesday and Thursday. Ms. Shirhall explains that her teachers are very inconsistent between Zoom and in person. She explains that on her Zoom days, they typically only get 10 to 15 minutes of material. Then on in-person days, they have to try to make up an entire week's worth of work in 2 days. She explains how this adds heavily to her stress and causes her anxiety. Now that you are able to see firsthand what virtual learning is doing to our students, maybe you can understand. When students say they are tired, it may not be from a lack of sleep. If students' grades are slipping, it may be more than what it seems. If you are a student who is struggling, remember to ask for help. As a parent or a teacher, make sure to check on your students. Virtual learning may be necessary to stop the spread of COVID, but it is spreading something else throughout our students. Thank you for watching this video.